Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're making this cute little sliding knot bracelet with 2 sliding knots and a bead in the center. We adjust our bracelet by sliding these adjustable knots out and popping your bracelet over your hand, and then we gently slide the knots along to adjust the size of our bracelet. Now obviously you can change the length of your cord and that will adjust the size of these loops here on your finished bracelet. But in this video, I'm just making a standard size bracelet so that you can see how to make the design. For our design, we're using 55 centimeters of 2mm satin nylon cord, and also we've got a bead with a large hole. The hole does need to be big enough to fit your thread through 2 times. Now to start with, we place the bead onto our cord and bring the end around back on itself, making sure we've got a little bit of length on this top cord here. Now we bring this tail end over the front, down and out the back to form our first little loop here. Gently holding that loop and then bringing this tail end again to the left, over the front, down and out the back to form our second loop here. So gently holding our 2 loops, and then we've got our end tail piece here. So we gently bend this around and place it down both loops, pulling it out the right hand side and gently pulling our sliding knot down nice and tight and tidy. Now swapping our bracelet around onto the opposite side, so holding it with my bead in my left hand, we thread our cord up the bead so that we can have our tying end at the top. So just pulling it so we've got a little bit of length on this end here. And then we repeat the same knot, so bringing our tail over the front, down and out the back to form our first loop here. And then again to the left over the front, down and out the back. So you should have your 2 little loops here, and then we bring our tail end piece around and place it down both loops, pulling it out the right hand side and pulling that knot down nice and tight and tidy. So making sure your knots are nice and tight, and then you should have 2 loops that come through the bead, one that sits on each side. So we want to extend our bracelet out and make sure it fits over our hand. Once you're happy with the size, you can adjust the knots into the right position. You can always undo and retie your knots if you need to, but once you're happy with them, then you can cut the ends off, leaving a couple of millimeters there, and cinch them with a lighter so they don't fray. So there's your adjustable sliding knot bracelet with 2 loops and a center bead.